everybody. Welcome to My Worst Date. I'm Cassie.
I'm Keegan.
I'm Christina. And you guys, I know this is the Shorty for March, but I saved this while I was looking for a bad date stories. You guys have got to weigh in on this situation. Okay. My 21 male girlfriend, 20 female, has a creepy box above the wardrobe.
Open it immediately.
What is in the box?
What's in the box? We've been together for just over a year, and we've never had any issues apart from minor arguments that are easily resolved. Up until recently, I've never noticed anything strange. A few days ago, she left her room at uni to go to a lecture in the morning and left me in there. Up until that day, I'd never looked through her things as I've never felt the need to. She has this space above the wardrobe where she keeps boxes and stuff, and I couldn't see inside them. Boredom got the better of me, and I wanted to see what she was storing. So I found a box at the back, which was like a Ted Baker cardboard box that a handbag had come in or something. And I opened it and found so many random things that I used to own. There were old socks in there that she has taken. A toothbrush I thought I had lost after our holiday. Bits of hair from presumably my comb. Toenail clippings. Receipts that I assume she stole from my wallet.
Is she a witch?
Yeah.
She even has things like empty wrappers of food that I know were mine. There was a piece of glass in there, but I don't know what that's from. A USB charger, a half-used bar of soap, boxer shorts, used gum, a spoon, used plasters from God knows when. Honestly, the things in the box were so random, but I recognized a lot of little bits that had gone missing over the past year. The most worrying thing was a used condom that I found in there.
No.
And a few empty condom wrappers as well. I even found a little tablet in there that looked a lot like my antibiotics that I took for my tonsils before Christmas. And I definitely remember losing one of my last dosage. I can't remember what else because I just put it back and left. She doesn't know I found it yet. What the hell am I supposed to do?
Okay. So, one of two things. Insane. But why were you going through her stuff again? Like, that's weird. I think it's weird that you're just snooping through her shit.
I was joking when I said, I was joking when I said to open it. Like, there's no real reason to be going through your significant other's thing. So that is kind of the first thing. However, if you did and you found this stuff, like, put yourself in those shoes.
No,
if I found a box of, like, stuff like that of mine like that, it would be, I would run.
Yeah. If it had like panties and toenail clippings and hair and your hair.
No. It's listen, and I am pro witch. I think I've said that plenty of times. Very pro witch. But that's so here's how you approach this, I think that you fiend that you're helping her with some laundry, you knock it over when she's around. Oh my God, what's this? You knock it out of the closet, you know what I'm saying?
Accidentally involved. Oops. What's all this stuff? Well, I will tell you that there is an update.
Okay.
I told my girlfriend that I found the box, and she didn't seem bothered in the slightest that I found it.
Weird.
She is quite sensitive, so I expected tears, but got none. She kind of brushed it off like it wasn't a big deal. I told her that gross stuff was unacceptable and that she was wrong to take my marker pens that belonged to my granddad.
Oh, yeah, that's not cool.
Well, and the medication.
Yeah. You really need to finish that.
She said she was keeping them because they made her feel close to me. She said she kept the condom and the wrapper because she thinks she might be pregnant because she's late. She said if the condom didn't work and she is pregnant, that she wanted to keep it as memorabilia of when it happened.
I'm so sorry. Absolutely not. No. I mean,
and how do you know it was that condom?
Yeah. And like, also, is that the souvenir that you want to keep? Like, if you're like, this might have been...
I think if you're pregnant. You got this.
Coming from a family of legit diagnosable hoarders, this is an unhealthy attachment to things. You know, like this is weird.
I didn't even think about that.
To have this kind of, if what she's saying is true, like to have this kind of sentimental attachment to junk, to basically junk, would be a red flag for me. Again, coming from a family of hoarders, that is not something I want to fuck with because it tends to escalate. So first of all, I don't like that. Secondly, again, she's taking, it's not just trash. She's also taking things that are important to him or necessary, like the medication.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which is, there's something very odd about that. It would be a major red flag for me personally.
I'm still sus on her explanation for it.
For the condom?
You know what I mean? Like for the explanation for the whole thing. It's just is a very strange situation. I don't know that I'd be able to.
Yeah, I could see like a t-shirt, a hat.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, something that smells
a hoodie,
like them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
that makes sense to me, but toenail clippings?
No.
A single fucking antibiotic? Like, what are you doing? What the fuck?
A single antibiotic is so fucking random. And how can you attach that to like a memory of? It's so weird to me. But again,
remember when he was sick and I took his medicine that he needed to get better? Like what? What? I don't understand.
Remember that condom I poked holes through so I could get pregnant?
Oh, well, I mean, and like if you switch genders, like that's serial killer shit. Like if I found a box of stuff like that on me, I'd be like, this guy is gonna murder me and put me under his house.
Yeah, that's trophies. Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
No.
What if she is a serial killer? Those are trophies. That isn't all his stuff.
Ooh,
or she has several boxes. She's got like previous boyfriend boxes. They're just all stacked up in her closet.
He just happened to get the Ted Baker box.
Yeah. She's like Jeff, Steven,
Mark.
Chad.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Wow. Ugh.
Yeah. Figured I'd save that for you.
That is
like,
I hate that.
Yeah, I was going around stories last night and I was like, oh, this is intriguing. And I was like, oh, this is terrifying.
Okay. Would you rather find this box in said partner's closet or find the jar under the sink?
I knew you were going to say that.
God.
The jar of cum that we just can't escape on this podcast.
That's a toughie.
I know.
I as weird and controversial as this may be, I would almost rather find the jar of cum.
I think so too.
Because it's weird, but I'm like, it's your own cum. It's weird, but it's not like someone else's. Like if she was somehow saving a jar of his cum, I would be very concerned. But like, it's your own. It's weird.
Wasn't
For sure.
he in that story though, putting it in her pancakes?
Oh,
girl,
well,
that's
okay, but that wasn't part of the would you rather equation.
Okay, well, you're right.
Would I rather have cum pancakes or find a box of my weird shit? I would rather find a box of my weird shit.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was
Yeah.
Obviously.
But if he's just like, let me see how much cum I can fit in this jar.
Accumulate.
How
long
it's
weird.
How long would it take me to fill this jar? It's gross, but yeah, I'd rather find that.
So
than
gross.
I don't wanna find either of these
the
things.
smell.
So awful.
Imagine the smell.
Oh,
Okay,
rank.
that's too far.
Like, also, I have to ask, and maybe these are questions we already addressed last time we talked about cum jar, but like, it's happening over time. So they're like, you're letting the cum get firm before you're adding to it. So is it going to be like one of those
sand? I knew you were going to go there.
Yeah, you know.
It'd be like different colors. You
different
like,
colors depending on what you've eaten. Yeah, 100%. You know it had to have been, right? Like it doesn't all just mix together.
It's safe to come back.
Okay. You fucking know too that there's somebody out there doing that, making like cum jar art.
Oh, 100%. You could probably find it on Etsy right now.
Exactly. Oh my God. I'm only slightly curious, but I'm sure it exists. If there are girls out there farting in jars, you know, and selling it, and stuff, there are guys out there coming.
You know what? There has to be like a Etsy for like weird shit like this?
Mhm.
And if there's not, we should create one where it's all just like oddities. It's like rings made of human
Yes.
teeth and like,
Yes.
you know, it just
I-
exclusively weird shit like this.
Trademark.
Yeah, trademark. And we could
Fetsy.
hire that. We can hire that girl who does make jewelry out of like will make jewelry out of your boyfriend's cum. Do you remember that girl on TikTok?
Yeah.
This is awful.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I just
God.
I can't care anymore. Like, but you know, if anything happens, I was listening to My Favorite Murder and they were talking about how if anything ever happened to either one of them, that like they made a deal on air to just like hard delete every podcast episode.
Yeah.
They're like strip it off of the internet immediately. And I think we should have a similar deal.
Yeah.
I
Like,
love that
just-
pact.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
Exactly. We're in.
Yeah, this doesn't need to exist if any one of us.
Nah.
And also, here's
I don't want
the
it to
thing.
exist without any one of
Without
us.
Yeah. Same.
Hmm.
I'm also thinking, like, you know, stressful corporate job or getting paid to come in a jar. I'm not mad at that. Do you know what I
Listen.
mean? Secure the bag. In this day and age, if you can find a way to make a living doing something you love, kudos. You know
Girl,
what I mean?
This woman made a TikTok of a video call with her sock on the counter. And and it's her voice, like she's talking to this person, whoever's on the camera, video camera, which she doesn't show. She just shows that it's her sock that's sitting in front of the camera. And she's like, tell me how much you love my dirty sock. And he's like, oh, I love your dirty sock. She's like, I walked a mile in that sock. It's so stinky. I was like, why am I not doing this? Why
you
am I
should
not
do
doing
that,
this?
Cassie. I feel like you would be good at that. I don't want the dirty talk aspect of it, but there was a woman on TikTok who, and I think I've talked about this before, who gave kind of like lessons in how to make money selling dirty socks. And I was like, dirty socks seem right up my alley.
I mean-
you know what I mean? I don't like it's one step removed from underwear.
Yeah.
And people will still pay a lot of money for them.
Yep.
I'll sell you my dirty socks all fucking day, bro.
Dude.
Listen.
All day.
I've got
right.
I've got a pair of slippers on right now that truly needs to go in the washer. I'm like, I wonder how much money I can make on these.
That's right.
Yeah,
Don't
if they're
wash
a
'em.
little crunchy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A little stiff.
Did you work out in
Little
them? Did you
stiff.
eat socks, you know? Like how many miles did you run in those socks?
Yeah.
Like
Give
how
the socks a
sweaty are
story.
they?
I feel like
Yeah.
that's the thing. If you give the socks a good story,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
sell it.
Dude. I seriously need to look into this. Get a steady, like, extra
Side
revenue
gig.
stream. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
and that's a good one. Socks and underwear both are good ones. I wonder if anyone's into armpit stuff because, like, I feel like I sweat a lot. I sweat enough that I'm just like, yeah, I'll sell you a handkerchief that's just been sitting under my armpit all day long.
Yeah.
Is that something someone's into?
Right.
Yeah, it's something I can do
I'll
while
just
I'm
wear
working.
I'll wear a tight shirt and you can just you can have the shirt when I'm done.
Yeah.
Just, like it's
Yeah,
all
I'll
pitted
you
out.
know.
Mm.
I work from home most days. Like
Yeah.
I can wear the same shirt a couple
Right.
days in a row. That's fine. Like
No
let it
deodorant
get real
required?
sweaty.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
real sweaty in there. I'll work out in it even.
Woo.
I mean, maybe on the last day so that I don't have to sleep in it. But you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, and then for that, I'm just like, you made me wear the same shirt for several days in a row. I'm upcharging.
Absolutely.
Like
how
crazy.
many days?
Yeah.
$100
Yeah.
a day.
At least.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The sock woman had to wear the same pair of socks for 3 days in a row, and she charged like $3,000 for it.
There you go. There you go.
So I'm just saying.
I mean,
Dude. This is the way to get back at the billionaire class. Take their
100%.
Take their
Yeah.
money for stupid shit.
yes.
Fart in jars.
I'll even take pictures of me in the socks each day in different shoes.
Oh, yeah.
like-
100%. Happy to do it.
Pics on top. You're welcome. Now
I'll take a video of me on a jog
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
in the socks.
yeah.
For sure.
Just of my feet, though. Like, I don't want any
Just the
other-
feet.
yeah.
Just the feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
me walking upstairs.
I'm
Mhm.
about to do this. The level of no shits. Maybe this is what Venus and Aries means.
Oh,
Yes.
Just like
I
I'm
love
like
this
what
for us.
chaos, like fucking whatever. The level of like no shits I give in 2025, I can't be bothered.
we're starting Fetsy. Fetsy TM.
Yeah, oh
Yep.
my god!
Yeah, you're
Stop
welcome.
giving such good names on this
Trademark.
podcast.
Trademark.
I know. We still have to do something with our cry juice trademark because I'm serious. That could take off.
I had a cry juice moment the other day. I drank like way too much wine and 100% like cried.
Dude, I watched, and I'll talk about it on the full length the other night. I watched The Last Showgirl.
Oh, this is so good.
Oh my God.
Oh, it is heartbreaking. It is so good. But yeah, I was having wine and I just like unleashed. Yeah.
Did they snub Pam Anderson?
Yeah.
They did. So. Is she really great?
Oh. Jamie Lee Curtis is incredible in it too. Like absolutely incredible. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to have to watch it.
Dude, the Oscar buzz around it was high. I'm surprised that they got snubbed.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Maybe it's not falling into the season. Maybe because it's weird the cutoff.
I think they were like, well, we're gonna Demi Moore like kind of stole the thunder for the like quote unquote brave aging actress category.
That's
Do you know what I mean?
Such bullshit. But I mean, Demi Moore was phenomenal. There's room for both of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And from what I hear, Amelia Perez is not going to garbage. Yeah. So
I only keep hearing how awful that movie is.
Yeah, so shocked. Everyone I know who's seen it did not like it.
Yeah, and it got like 13 noms too.
It's wild.
Bananas. Anywho.
All right. Well, we should probably get into that story thing, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. Since this is my worst date, we've just been yip-yapping about farts and jars for 16 minutes.
Would you expect anything less from us?
Keegan, kick us off.
Okay, this one is kind of a longy shorty. It's kind of that in-between midi length. While in college, I had met a guy through my best friend. She said he had a good heart.
Oh.
I don't know. If your best friend is saying that, I'm like, hi, bestie, I need more information. You know what I mean?
Oh,
he was tall. He had a good heart. He was tall and cute, and he asked me out. Great. For the date, he asked that I could meet him at his house so we could watch a movie. This was before Netflix and chill, so watching a movie actually meant watching a movie. No, it didn't. I remember
Never.
I remember watching a movie before Netflix and chill. It never meant that. You were always fooling around to fucking some dumb as shit movie. Tropic Thunder isn't playing in the background or something.
Yeah, exactly. The Zoolander DVD title screen on repeat.
Yeah. I met him at his house and we got into his car. He wanted to take me somewhere special on our way to Blockbuster because it was almost time for the sunset. We stopped at a riverbank. The moment had complete potential to turn romantic. However, bugs were coming off the river, and before we knew it, there were hundreds of bats swarming around our head.
Jesus. Oh, shit.
You're trying to do something romantic and it's just bats.
Oh, my God, no.
We raced to the car and got out of there as fast as we could.
Screaming
it got worse
the whole way.
When we arrived at Blockbuster, I had to open an account in order to rent a movie because he was banned from renting movies there.
Uh-oh.
Why'd you take her there?
What did you do?
In the car on the way back, he promised he would return the movie first thing the next morning.
No, don't trust
you. You cannot trust this man to do that.
He's been banned. I do not trust him.
No, he's stealing these movies. He would return the movie the first thing the next morning because he said, it will be my only chance to return it because starting Monday, I'm under house arrest for 30 days.
Oh, no.
Wow.
He's got a good heart.
He's got a good heart. Between bats, hearing he was banned from Blockbuster, and learning he was soon to be under house arrest, I can truly say that was the worst date I've ever been on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not great.
It's not the potential or,
Yeah.
It's not enough. It's not, I mean, bats. And I love bats. You know, bats are some of my favorite animals, but I like a swarm of bats. No. It's not meant to be.
It's called an omen.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
100%.
Yeah. It's a sign from the devil.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. Last week, I thought I was finally ready to date after my divorce. I created an account and matched with someone almost immediately. We connected and met up a couple of days later. Our date went great and we were both really into each other. One thing led to another and we ended up back at my place. The next day, I find out from my ex there's been a lice outbreak at school and both of my kids have it. So I had to call this woman and tell her I might have potentially given her lice.
Oh, no.
There's a lot of changes to dating since before I got married, but giving someone any type of parasite/virus/disease is still one of those things that's frowned upon, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
I could have turns out my house hadn't been infected and neither had I. I could have just not said anything and continued seeing her.
Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't have said anything until I knew for sure.
Exactly.
Have either of you ever had lice?
Yeah, when I was a
thank
kid.
God.
Really? Oh, thank God. I've not ever either.
Yeah.
We had to do lice checks at school.
Yeah.
And I was always so worried because my hair is so curly.
Yeah.
That I was just like, please don't let me have lice, because I was like, getting it out would be horrible.
Nightmare. It is something that sticks with you.
I bet.
I'm haunted by it.
Could you feel them?
Yes. Yeah. It's pretty awful. Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's the worst.
Dylan
You
has...
gotta get the lice, the special shampoo and the comb. And they sometimes get really big.
Oh. Okay. Cassie, what's your story?
Oh my God.
I know. Does it make your head itch?
Oh, my whole head itches.
That reminds me of ticks. When you said they get really big, like every now and again you would find like a really big tick on you after you went camping or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate this. All right. Oh, speaking of
It's a really like gross, creepy, crawly episode. So
I don't like it. All right. Went to her house for coffee and one of her kids asked, "Please, can you be my new dad?"
Oh,
yikes.
Let's get past dinner first, can we?
Can you be my new dad?
Can you be my new dad?
No, thank you.
No, thanks. No. Coffee in the morning. Good morning, everyone. Could you be my new dad? No, thank you. Goodbye.
Okay. This guy had asked me out multiple times, and finally, mainly to stop him from asking, I agreed. That's never a good way to start.
No.
We were to meet at an Irish pub, and when I arrived, he was already drunk. I sat down at the table, and he snapped his fingers at the waitress, ordered me a beer. I didn't like beer at this point in my life, and called the waitress legs the whole time.
Oh,
legs.
Don't love that.
Is this a 1970s movie? You know, like...
Yeah.
Who has said that in the last decade?
Truly.
Hey, legs. Hey, legs.
Yeah. Oh,
he ordered, he ignored me for most of the date to watch some game on TV and I discreetly texted a friend to call me. When she called, I dramatically said I had to go without giving an explanation and left quickly. Never, ever again.
Hey, legs. No.
Legs.
I hate that.
I hate that.
Ugh.
All right. Matched with a girl who looked normal a few years back on Tinder. We set up a date at a coffee shop. She walked in, smiled, and handed me a laminated contract.
Oh. It's laminated. How do you sign it?
Said it was a relationship NDA. Thought she was joking. She wasn't. I still remember some clauses. That was unbelievable and so weird at the same time. Like, you will not speak to other women unless given written permission.
What in the reverse 50 Shades of Grey is this bullshit?
Eye contact must be maintained for at least 60% of interactions.
No, what is happening? Did you say this was a first date?
Yes.
No.
Oh, this is a what? Coffee is bringing too much to the game today.
She tapped the contract and said something like, "Sign or I'll find someone who takes commitment seriously."
Okay.
I left. After that, she texted me saying, "Thank you for wasting my time." probably
You're welcome.
one of the weirdest encounters of my life.
Yeah, that is so strange. Like, does that? I would be so curious with a person like that, though. Like, I feel like I would need to ask them if that's ever worked. You know?
Right? Yeah.
Has this ever worked?
And
honestly, not. She's single. It's clearly not fucking work.
But does anyone ever sign? Has anyone ever signed?
Yes, it's like laminated. Like, what is this?
So
a dry erase
it.
Yeah, so you can erase it. You use a dry erase marker, and then you can reuse it whenever this person inevitably does not meet your insanely high standards.
Oh God,
dude,
bonkers, man.
Yeah.
All right, I met a guy at a coffee. I met a guy for coffee who talked at me the whole date. At one point, he was bragging about his speech and debate skills and totally unprompted began reciting an Abraham Lincoln speech.
No.
When I
Not hot.
No.
Not hot at all.
When I finally got a chance to speak, he interrupted me and told me I was, quote, too pretty to have opinions because he couldn't focus on what I was saying.
Oh, no.
Wow.
And imagine thinking that's a compliment. You know?
You're too pretty to speak.
No, shush, shush, shush.
Shush, 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 shush. Too pretty.
Okay. Continuing with our gross theme. She insisted on picking me up in her car. Then, while she was driving, she changed her tampon and threw the old one under her seat.
My fucking wine. I'm sorry. What?
Can you imagine?
No.
What in the fuck, Courtney Love is happening?
So gross.
I thought you were going to say threw it out the window, which would have been bad. But
all of it's bad.
In her car.
She just has a collection of used tampons under her driver's seat.
No, this.
Also, I wouldn't change my tampon in front of you.
No,
I wouldn't change either of you guys.
No. I don't
like
like
if we were in the. I would
front
pee.
of myself.
No, I would pee in front of you guys, but I would not change my tampon in front of you. Like I'd be like, I'm so sorry. I need you to
because
step out.
No. And even though we know. No.
Yeah, you don't need to see it. No one needs to see that.
No.
I barely need to see it.
You went in and she's fully sitting. Is she driving? Was she driving?
She was in the driver's seat. So I don't know if she was stopped at a light.
And just
she had to be.
Did she
had
just
to be.
flick her panties to the side?
Yeah, just slid them over.
You couldn't wait. What? Who raised you?
Yeah, you couldn't wait. It's not like it's an that is insane to me.
Dude.
I cannot imagine casually doing that in front of a date.
Dude, what if she was just like made eye contact too? What a power move.
That's a power play. That's like
eye contact the whole time. Just reach in.
Oh.
I gotta be honest with you. Big picture, no one's in my car. I would never.
No,
not in the car.
Not in the car. Not in the car.
A fucking gas station or something.
Even if it was like an emergency situation for some reason, you can get out of your car. Like I cannot see a scenario.
Dude, this is why I have, even though it is fiscally more responsible to buy a used car, this is why I don't.
No,
you don't know what's going on in there.
Yeah.
Luminol. You got to luminol that thing, and then it's just going to light up like a Christmas tree.
I saw some program one time where they were doing like all these tests on used cars, and the amount of fucking boogers and DNA, that they find all
body
over
crumbs.
Cars, and I'm no, I don't like that.
I mean, I know my car is full of my own body crumbs. Yeah,
like, why are there so many boogers
in your
bottom of this BMW?
People are just snot rocketing in their car.
Ew.
I mean, they are. People are changing tampons in their fucking car.
Oh, you're right. I will never drive a used car again. My God. This is ruining my life.
Okay. All right. He told a joke, and suddenly I realized he had told the exact same joke 3 years earlier on a different first date. I called my therapist, who had been encouraging me to get out there, and I was like, I have reached the end.
She's like, I'm sorry. Next, Netflix says the end.
Yep. Are you still watching? No.
No.
I'm done.
No. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay. We went to a museum. He didn't bring. We went to a museum and he didn't bring money. So he tried to barter with seashells.
No.
No, sir, that is not a fiat currency. Like, what the fuck?
This isn't Burning Man. You can't do that shit.
He tried to barter with seashells to get us in. Security said no, but he wouldn't take no for an answer, and we had to get escorted away by a security.
How embarrassed would you be? How embarrassed would you be?
I would die. What the fuck is happening?
You know what? While this interaction is happening, I am like Homer Simpsoning into the bushes. I am getting away.
He's like, listen, guys, hear me out. I don't have any cash on me, but what I do have are these 5.
Ooh.
Was he just carrying them jangling in his pocket? Like, what the fuck? Are they still sandy? Like, what?
Surely not. I mean, you gotta shine those up first. You're gonna try and use them for currency.
I'm like, am I in a bet? Like, is this a bet? Like,
oh my God. Oh, is this medieval times? Like, what the fuck? Oh my God.
Listen, I got these fine ass seashells over here.
I mean, and I love seashells. I'll be honest. Like, if you can find a nice unbroken seashell at the beach, that's a win for the day. But like,
it is not.
I'm under no like delusion. Yeah, that I can use them to get into the. And also, okay, whatever.
Oh my God. That kills me. Oh my God. Well, if you guys have a story, be it short or long, if you just want to reach out and say hello, go to our one-stop shop of a website. It's myworstdatepodcast.com. And we love you so much.
Cheers.